Hi, in this video we're going to look at using tables in Google Sites, but before we do, I'd like to explore the topic a little bit. In web pages, tables were often used in the past to position things on a page or as a design element. This was never really an acceptable way of doing things, but it's because the alternative option of using style sheets, cascading style sheets to do positioning and to do your table, to do your positioning layout, were not well supported by the browser. So they were so problematic that people took to tables for designing their web pages, which goes against the principles of website design. Now at this point, CSS or cascading style sheets have caught up. They're very well supported. They are the way to do things. So the reason that we use tables in a web page is to display data. And that's really the only acceptable purpose. So let's go to edit the page. I'll make a little room here for a table. And now I'm going to go to table, insert, and I can select how many rows and columns I want to start with. And when I say start, that's what I mean, because these are all adjustable. So let's put a little content in here. A, B, C. Let's put A, B, D. And let's say that I need to add a row for C. Well, in order to do that, all I need to do is be clicked in anywhere, in any cell on row B, or on row D for that matter. And now when I go to table, I have the option to insert a row above or below. Now above and below refer to the position of the cursor at this time. So here if I put a row below, that's all well and good, but it hasn't created that space for C for me. It's because I was clicked here. If I had been clicked in row B and done the same thing, it would put the row in the correct place. Of course, my other option was to put a row above, which would have done the job for me right away. And the columns to the left and right work very much the same way. So if I click here and I want a column to the left of that, preceding it, I simply click that. Whereas if I had done it on the right, it puts it here. Okay, some other options under table are to delete the table in its entirety, to delete a row, or to delete a column. So if I determine that I only need A, B, C, and D, I am going to click somewhere in that row and delete the row. The same applies to column. I can click in a column. Let me put something in there just so we can see it's this column that's being deleted. And we say table, delete column, and it's gone. You can see the options here are extremely limited. You can do some shading or some basic formatting of this table, but you're going to have to do it by knowing HTML, coming into the HTML, finding it in the code, and doing the changes there, which most of us are not going to be interested in doing. We'll see if the functionality for tables improves in the new version when it comes out, but right now they're very simple. You do have the ability to do some modifications on the text that exists within the table cells. So I could select something, make it bold, change its size, its color, etc. I can also change its alignment. So most of those changes are going to occur through either the formatting toolbar or the formatting options, and they apply to the text more than the table. If you want to make modifications to the table, you're going to have to be able to work in this HTML viewer to do so.